Welcome back, everyone. So, do the men in your life keep putting off going to the doctor?
Do they try and tough things out before making an appointment to see what's actually going on?
Well, you might want to urge them to schedule that yearly physical. Oftentimes, that's where doctors will screen for prostate cancer.
And early detection is key. Melissa Cole stopped by UCONN Health to learn more.
Vernon Owens of Bloomfield had a routine physical a couple of years ago, and blood work showed something was off.
They said, hey, we did a PSA on you, and your PSA seems to be elevated, your blood test. So we'd like to check it again.
Further testing revealed a cancer diagnosis.
The vast majority of prostate cancers are diagnosed using a PSA screening test, which is a blood test. It's usually recommended in men starting at around the age of 55 until about 70 or 75. And it's usually done by a primary care physician.
Dr. Benjamin Ristow, the surgical director of urological oncology at UCONN Health, says some of the risk factors for developing prostate cancer are men with family history, men with certain genetic predispositions like the BRCA gene, and black men.
Black men are at higher risk compared to other ethnic backgrounds in developing both higher grade and higher stage prostate cancers.
And then if it is a prostate cancer diagnosis, is this something that, if caught early is very treatable? Is it slow growing?
So in most cases, yes. So most prostate cancers that we find are not aggressive types. So the vast majority that are diagnosed in the population through PSA screening are either low risk or intermediate risk. For low risk cancers, most men do not need treatment right away. And in fact, the guideline recommendation is something called active surveillance. So low-grade prostate cancers many times can be around for about 20 years, and they rarely spread outside of the prostate. And so we've learned that over time.
If the cancer is more advanced, it's time for a treatment discussion.
The mainstays of treatment that we have right now are prostatectomy. So that's removing the whole prostate. We also remove the seminal vesicles, which are the structures on the back of the prostate, and some lymph nodes around the prostate. That's a surgery that can be done in a minimally invasive fashion. We often use robot assistance, so you may have heard of the Da Vinci robot. That's the most common way that prostatectomies are done.
We talked about different therapies that I could explore. One was chemotherapy, another was ablation therapy, another one was radiation. And so I went home and did my due diligence and did a little research. And so I chose to get the prostate removed. After discussion with my wife and more research, that seemed to be the very best for me. I thought it was going to be a lot more invasive than it was, but we used the Da Vinci robotics. And when I came out of surgery, I believe it was October 2nd, I didn't feel any pain. I just felt sore, like I had done 200 sit-ups. It was just kind of remarkable to me. They kept me in the hospital only one day. They said there's a couple of things you have to do. You have to eat, you have to go to the bathroom, and you have to walk. I did all of those things that very next day.
Vernon was concerned about side effects, but he's been feeling great and continues to monitor his progress with the team here at UCONN Health. He's repeated PSA tests, all showing no evidence of disease. For him, now it's about raising awareness and urging men, especially men of color, to get screened.
I feel blessed because now I get to tell people who are younger than I am, and by the way, I'm 67, so I tell them, go get checked. Start, if it runs in your family, if prostate cancer runs in your family, start around 45 years old, just getting checked. I talk to several friends in my social circle, in my professional work circle, and I tell them if you have any doubt or any question, go get checked.
Dr. Ristow agrees. The message is simple.
I think the important pieces are that PSA screening saves lives.
All right, thanks, Melissa. And if you would like to learn more about UCONN Health, or if you want to schedule an appointment, please visit their website. It's health.uconn.edu.
And up next, how about bringing some coastal Italian flair into your next party? Nick Erlacher from New Britain and Berlin Flat.